Welcome to our science session. So let us begin with our session, that is from the first chapter, matter in our surroundings. So we have come across so many concepts in this chapter. So today we will discuss about the concept, can matter change its state? So this is a question. Okay. So today we will discuss about, can the matter change its state? So can matter change its state, children? As you know, water exists in three states. Which are those? Solid, liquid and gas. In solid form, it exists in the form of ice. In liquid, it is in the form of water. And in gaseous state, it exists in the form of vapor. So water exists in these three states. In solid, it exists in the form of ice, liquid in the form of water and gas in the form of vapor. So can we change this state? Can we convert ice into water, water into vapor? Okay. Yes, we can convert from one state to another state. But what happens to the particles inside the matter? And how the change of state occurs from one state to another state. So there are some factors which help in change of state from one state of matter to another state. So there are two factors. First one is temperature. Second one is pressure. So today we will study about the effect of change of temperature. So by the change of temperature, how the matter changes from one state to another state. So whenever we increase the temperature of the solid, for example if I take the ice as a solid, so when you provide more temperature, what happens? The particles inside the ice, they will get more kinetic energy and they start vibrating from their fixed position and they start moving randomly. So what happens when they move from one place to another place? As you know, in case of solid, particles are in fixed position. So when you increase the temperature here, what happens? The kinetic energy of particles increases and they move from their fixed position. So there they start converting into the liquid state. So they get converted into water. So whenever you remove the ice from the freezer, what happens? In freezer, the ice is at a temperature of 0 degrees Celsius or less than 0 degrees Celsius. So when you take to the room temperature, what happens there? Room temperature is around 30 degrees Celsius or 28 degrees Celsius. So when you bring the ice at the room temperature, it starts melting. Why? Because the temperature is the factor which makes the ice to melt into the liquid state. So whenever you increase the temperature, what happens? The solids start melting into the liquid. So that is, solid gets converted into a liquid state. Here ice melts into the water whenever you increase the temperature. So the temperature at which the solid starts changing into liquid state, that is when the solid melts into the liquid, ice melts into the water. So that temperature we call it as a melting point. So melting point is the temperature at which the solid is converted into liquid state at its atmospheric pressure. So for ice, the melting point is 273.50 Kelvin or it may be 0 degree Celsius. So when you convert it into degree Celsius, it will be 0. In case of Kelvin, it is 273 Kelvin. So this is the melting point of the ice, and the process of conversion from solid state into liquid state, we call it as a fusion. So children, whenever we have supplied the temperature, there the solid state is converted into liquid state. So what happens to the heat energy? Because the temperature remains constant even though the ice gets converted into the liquid state, it will be at 0 degrees Celsius only. So So what happens to the heat energy supplied there? This heat energy is hidden in the contents of the ice. That is, whenever you supply the heat to the beaker containing the ice, the heat energy after melting the ice also, the temperature remains same, because the heat energy is used to overcome the force of attraction. Why? Because the particles, they are in the solid state. So to get converted into liquid state, they have to overcome the force of attraction. So that heat energy is used to overcome the force of attraction, which is hidden in the contents of the ice. So that we call it as a latent heat. Latent heat means what? Latent is nothing but hidden. So this heat is hidden in the contents of the ice. So we call it as a latent heat of fusion. Fusion is nothing but it is a process of conversion of solid state into liquid state. That is called as fusion. Latent heat of fusion is the amount of heat energy that is required to change 1 kg of solid into liquid state at its melting point and at the atmospheric pressure. So that we call it as the latent heat of fusion. So this is about how the ice gets converted into water. So now again we go on supplying the heat energy. What happens? That is, after the water, it gets converted into water. Again I am going to supply the heat energy to the liquid state. So there what happens? The water starts boiling. Isn't it? You will be seeing in your house. Whenever you keep water to boil, it starts boiling and it gets converted into vapor state. So that heat energy is used by the particles of the water to overcome the force of attraction and they get converted into vapor state. So the temperature at which the liquid starts boiling, we call it as a boiling point. So boiling point is the temperature at which the liquid starts boiling. For example, the boiling point of water is 100 degrees Celsius, which is nothing but 373 Kelvin. Okay, 100 degrees Celsius or 373 Kelvin. So here also similarly, the particles in the vapor state, they will have more energy compared to the particles in the water state. Why? Because the heat energy is used to overcome the force of attraction is hidden in the contents of the water. So that we call it as latent heat of vaporization. So can you define it, children? What is latent heat of vaporization? Latent heat of vaporization is the amount of heat energy required to change 1 kg of water into its vapor state at its boiling point at the atmospheric pressure. We call it as latent heat of vaporization, which is similar to that of latent heat of fusion. But here, in case of fusion, ice is converted into water. But here, in vaporization, water is converted into vapor state. So that is the difference between the two. Okay. So I hope children you understood about the change of state of matter with the factor temperature, because whenever we change the factor temperature, the change of state of matter occurs. That is, the particles, they will gain extra energy from the temperature and they get start converting from one state into another state. So that is nothing but change of the state of the matter. So I hope children you understood this concept. In the next session we will study about the another factor, that is pressure.